This is Modern Service Mastery, Business School with Boots on. Real lessons, real talk, and real growth for the residential service industry. Let's get to work.
All right, let's dive in. So here's the reality. No one got into this business to babysit bins or tally up the last 6 feet of speaker wire, right? But if you don't know where your materials are, you're not just losing time, you're losing trust. And that cuts deep into everything else.
Yeah, and honestly, I think trust is the underrated part of all this. When I first started leading a crew, I thought it was all about having enough hands on deck. Turns out, it's about the deck screws actually being there when you need them. Funny how a missing bolt can derail an entire morning.
Exactly, and that's the core of it. Inventory isn't about counting, Jake, it's about confidence. When the crew leader opens the trailer in the morning and everything's clean, labeled, and ready to go, it doesn't just set up the day, it sets the tone for your whole team. You're saying, we've got our act together, and this is a place worth working at.
Yeah, but flip that, and it's like, we've got no clue what we're doing here. And honestly, that's when people start second-guessing if this is where they want to be. I've seen it. Rookie techs lose faith fast when chaos is the norm.
Exactly. That's why top companies out there aren't just doing inventory, they're building stewardship into their culture. It starts simple. Take monthly counts of just the high-use or high-cost items. Think bags of seed, deck joist hangers, copper wire. Don't complicate it.
Right, and it doesn't have to be some fancy app thing either. I mean, no tech on our crew wants to deal with logins while half asleep at 6 a.m. Just grab an old-school clipboard, item name, how much you took, date, and maybe the job. Boom, done. Make it frictionless.
And here's the kicker. Managers, this one's for you. Review allocations weekly. Not to play gotcha games, but to coach and correct the course before it drifts. Let's say a crew installs a new lawn, and no seed gets allocated.
Hold up, how's the lawn supposed to grow without seed?
They used it. Of course they did. But if it's not tracked, now your job costs are off, your reorders are off, and your next crew might be out of luck.
So you don't accuse, you ask. Hey, there's no seed allocated for this install. Did we forget to log it?
Lead with curiosity, not criticism.
Yeah, like, why'd we blow through 12 bags of seed here? The estimate had 6. Maybe it's technique, maybe someone dumped too much in the spreader. But you're not coming down with a hammer, you're starting a conversation. Coach, don't poach.
Perfect. And here's the other piece. You gotta reward the ones who get it right. Someone returns extra fittings or reports damaged gear before it causes problems. Recognize that. It's not being picky, it's being a pro. Make stewardship a culture symbol.
Yeah, and don't skip the shout-outs. Like, shout out to Team Lopez, nailed perfect inventory all month. Every item logged, nothing missing. That kind of thing, everyone hears it. It sticks. Track it right, earn some respect. Who doesn't want that?
And you know what? It goes both ways. Crews, if you're listening, this isn't about managers watching over your shoulder. It's about making your day smoother. Less scrambling, more winning.
Yeah, less we're out of pipe glue again, and more done by noon, let's grab tacos.
You nailed it. Smooth equals speed. And speed, that builds pride. This isn't just about fittings or wires. It's about creating a flow that builds confidence across your whole operation. All right, so we've talked about how smooth operations build trust and pride. Now let's look at how lean inventory plays into that. It's not about having everything under the sun. It's about having just what you need, exactly when you need it. When this just-in-time approach clicks, it's a game changer.
Yeah, because let's be real. Nothing kills momentum like digging through bins hoping that magic bolt reappears. Been there. Not pretty.
Exactly. And the secret sauce here? Benchmarks. Whether it's 3 pounds of seed per 1,000 square feet or 4 wire nuts per outlet, benchmarks give you a baseline. And when things don't line up, it's not about criticism, it's an opportunity to improve.
Right, like if your adhesive use doubles the estimate, it's not who messed up, it's hey, let's check if our technique could use some tweaking. Benchmarks keep it productive, not punitive.
And it all starts with simple systems. Monthly counts, for instance. Focus on the high-use, high-cost items. Things like electrical wiring, deck hangers, or those cans of glue you can never seem to find. Walk the bins and use a quick count sheet. Straightforward.
Yeah, and don't overcomplicate it. Good old clipboard has never let me down. Make it stupid simple.
Here's another layer, real-time system checks. Leave tally sheets near the bins. Item name, quantity taken, and if you know the job, even better. It makes the process seamless and ensures visibility.
Totally. And the visibility part? That's where the magic happens. Quick story. I'll never forget the day my crew brought back, of all things, a single leftover wire nut. It's tiny, right? But we made a big deal out of it, like, hey, this is the level of attention we're aiming for. You'd swear they'd won a trophy.
And that's the mindset shift right there. It's not just about counting, it's about pride and stewardship. When you celebrate those moments, big or small, the whole team starts to lean in.
And when they lean in, everything gets smoother. Less chasing bolts, more momentum. Trust me, your tacos will taste better when nobody's scrambling for missing gear.
Absolutely. Smooth equals speed, speed builds pride, and pride feeds excellence. And that's how lean inventory transforms chaos into a system that works for everyone. Here's the thing. Building pride and momentum doesn't stop at inventory. It extends into culture. Culture isn't about grand gestures. It's about the small, repeatable actions we celebrate every day. And those wins, whether they're big or small, are what turn inventory chaos into confidence.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be some huge system. One of my crew leaders just made it part of the routine. Every Friday they'd do a quick inventory check. Then in the huddle he'd call it out like, everything bagged, tagged, and tracked, nothing left behind. Pretty soon, the whole crew took pride in it. It became a thing, like, we don't leave loose ends, and it spread.
Exactly, Jake. It's that visibility piece. You're making the work visible and turning it into a badge of honor. And it starts with something as simple as bin labels. Organize what you've got, label it well, and put a tally sheet nearby. Those little steps create clarity.
Totally. And look, nobody wants friction. If it's a headache, no one's doing it. But make it easy, like scribble on this sheet easy, and boom, it sticks. I've seen crews actually argue over who gets to keep the bins clean.
And that's where leadership shines. When you shift the focus from catching mistakes to making work smoother for the next shift. Managers out there, remember this. Your job isn't to micromanage. It's to protect your crew from material chaos. Start with curiosity, not criticism.
Right, like, if you're asking, hey, why are we using double the adhesive on this job? It's not pointing fingers, it's problem solving. Maybe the gear's busted, or maybe the crew just needs a quick demo. Ask why, fix the why.
Exactly. And then celebrate the wins. Someone finds salvageable material, reports a shortage early, or avoids a panic order. Call that out. Drop a gift card, post about it in the crew chat, whatever makes it visible. Culture follows recognition.
Yeah, man, shout 'em out. I had a rookie bring back one shrink tube once, and we hyped it up like the kid had found gold. It got everyone laughing, but more important, it set the bar.
And that's what this all boils down to. The bar you set is the bar your team will meet. Crews listening out there, take pride in your processes. It's not just about the job today. It's about how you're making tomorrow easier for the whole team.
Yeah, set the crew up to win, not dig through messes.
And here's where the real magic happens. When culture, coaching, and small actions align, you're not just running a job site. You're building momentum and pride. So let's make this real. This week, tackle one quick win. Label a bin, tally an item, or shout out a crew member who gets it right.
And don't forget, hit up the Service Mastery community, the social feed. Drop your wins, share your challenges, and get ideas from other pros. Like, what's that one thing your team's always scrambling for? How'd you fix it? The best ideas are out there waiting. You just gotta tap in.
That's right. Connect, learn, and share. And remember, it's the action steps that make it stick. Your clients deserve it, your crew deserves it, and you, as a leader, deserve that satisfaction of seeing it all click. So go make it happen. Be remarkable.
And enjoy those wins. You earned them.
Thanks for listening to Modern Service Mastery Business School with Boots On. If this episode helped you lead, grow, or think differently, share it with your crew and keep the momentum going.